occurred to me. The hurt in me's a burden and a curse to see. The hurdles of my urgency to firm me to emergency. The more I hear the seasons speak, the reason why I leave and be. The bees and birds will be disturbed and don't deserve the dirt of me. A summer rain had the sun in a pain. It went away and even changed to fall. The winter came and never left the game. It remained with no change at all.
Hey, it is Corey Ashworth. I'm delighted here to be with Behind Sapphire. How are you guys doing?
I am with Chris Arruda, Peak Performance Project.
Said the Whale.
Said the Whale sandwich.
A Said the Whale sandwich. I feel really special. No, like actually, to be honest, to be a Tamara sandwich.
I am here with Steph Macpherson. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, I wanted you guys to talk a little bit because we didn't know for the longest time. You guys were actually the Peak Space Cadets. So I was kind of hoping you guys would, didn't tell us to the very end. I hope you would keep it a secret.
We were listening to the Peak, and someone was, I don't remember who was announcing, but they were disappointed that we told them it was us.
Peter Shad hated you guys for saying that. Peter Shad was pissed.
That was Peter, yeah. Peter wasn't.
Well, what does Peter know? What does Peter know? He doesn't know anything.
I've got gadgets and gizmos of plenty, who's its and what's its galore. Thingamabobs.
I got 20.
The boot camp. We've heard everyone say nothing but good things about the boot camp. If you had to say there was one major thing you walked away from the boot camp with, what would that be?
I think for me it was working with other artists. I haven't really done a lot of co-writing and stuff like that, and to be able to kind of sit down with the caliber of people that were there it was incredible. Quite frankly, it was life-changing for me.
I learned a lot about myself and about everyone else and about the industry.
I think about the performance and I think about the whole music world in a different way, I think.
Matt falling asleep in class. There's video footage of this. He just passes out completely and gets caught standing up, clapping. Class isn't over, we're all just stretching.
I feel like all of the challenges that the Peak has issued us have really just kind of forced us to do a bunch of things that we probably should have been doing already.
Every band has to do a Canadian song. I'm not going to make you tell me if you don't want to. It is a secret? Okay.
We did a Stan Rogers song, The Northwest Passage. There's so much power in those vocals, and I had Vince and I had Katie up there with me, and I thought we'd better use that.
You know, the one I really wanted to do originally was by Chantal Kreviazuk.
Oh, which one?
Wayne. I was actually listening to the radio on the way to the boot camp, and a song came on the radio. And I know that it was by a Toronto band that had a really tough time when they first started out, and they persevered for about 7 years before they finally were successful. And I just thought it was really relevant.
Who's going to win the whole thing?
I would like to.
There you go.
My favorite person up there on stage just commanding everything is probably Kyprios.
He wears hats too.
Yeah.
He's bald like I am. Ha ha ha. You're bald.
Me.
A nerd? Self-proclaimed? Yeah. Well, in the Venn diagram of nerdery, there's dork. I don't know. You have intelligence there. Yeah. I'd probably consider myself a music dork.
No, I'm a dork too.
Yeah, okay, you?
Definitely.
There's no shame.
I'm a nerd, man.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know these nerds?
We know these guys. That's We're the City.
Hey,
guys.
We're the City!
Hey, guys, come here.
For you now, in the second year, you have 20 bands that you have to look at. What are you looking for in these 20 bands?
Attack. In a room like this one especially, there's a lot of talking going on. There's a lot of excitement, and clarity counts for a lot.
To be engaged and for someone to take a risk and really have it pay off with the audience musically.
So 15 of the top 20, have you seen things that impress you about BC talent?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's at least one really amazing performance every night.
I just think about this Tom York quote. When he was writing Kid A, he took a blank notebook and he wrote "hoping for happy accidents." And that's kind of what I look for on stage. I just hope someone will take a risk and it just pays off. That sense of adventure, I think, in a set is really important.
It's just getting up there is really tough. I hope I'm doing justice to the performers because we should do a good job for them.
Play in a little tiny club where you can see all the faces of the people that you're singing to. And that can be a far more intimidating situation than playing to an arena of faceless people that are screaming masses, right?
What kind of advice would you give to the next top 20, and not for just the next year, but the next 5 years, because we have the commitment, at least, and the money to do it for 5 more years, and we're very happy about that.
Don't play it safe. That's what I would say. I think where people really go wrong is they really try and harness their performance or control it. Just let go, have fun, and
clarity. less is more.
You've also learned a whole lot of things, like, say, for example, what it would be like to interview other bands.
Spencer Schoening, how do you feel about the competitive aspect of the Peak Performance project?
What competitive aspect?
Exactly. See what I mean?
You just interviewed the heck out of those guys.
Do you want to interview Jacelyn now?
We didn't learn how to interview people, we learned how to be interviewed.
Some guy in Germany was like tweeting, and he tweeted about us, but he's like listening to the Peak, and I looked at where he's from, Germany.
Nice, man,
like,
nice.
Wow.
Dearest Tamara, how do you feel the bands did tonight? Do you what? Yeah, why are we doing this? I feel so awkward.
You guys are known also for playing like odd instruments sometimes.
As a kid, I used to go over to people's houses and I'd take their vase and I'd start singing in their vase.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was like those echo microphones, but you can't do echo microphones on Mike's Live. So I chose to steal this vase from Kamloops, actually.
Your voice.
Okay.
What happened to your voice?
Okay, this is what happened. I feel great. I sound terrible.
I told him not to come tonight because we have a show on Saturday.
Big show.
And I said, do not lose your voice.
You guys found out just today that you're opening up for Tokyo Police Club here in Vancouver. How cool is that?
We had a dance party and a limbo party.
I don't think I've ever done the limbo before today.
He's really good at it though, incidentally.
Peak Performance Project. You guys were like the poster children for it. You're the very first winners. And this is a pretty serious question. What has it meant for your lives so far?
I can't put it into words. We've been able to do so many cool things and had so many opportunities, and just all the doors that have been opened. That in itself is just like so amazing. Not to mention, on the other hand, it's like we've made so many friends, and that's so cool.
This is the best job that anyone could have.
Do you know how much I love you guys?
It might not be as much as we love you, but I would hope it is.
It's more than 100.5%.